I wonder, what are the lightest guitar strings money can buy? I wonder if they're any good. So I made a video a while back about Stevie Ray Vaughan's guitar setup because he played with 13s. Yes, 13s. Crazy, mental, ridiculous. But anyway, you guys seem to like that, so naturally I was thinking, what's the complete opposite? Well, apparently, this guy played with 7s. So the story goes that just as ZZ Top was starting out, Billy Gibbons ran into B.B. King backstage at a show. B.B. King asked to have a go on Billy's guitar. He strummed a few chords, looked up and said to him, "Why are you working so hard?" Now if B.B. King gives you advice, you listen. And he did. Up until that point, Billy Gibbons had fallen for the supposed myth that heavy strings equal heavy tone. But after the conversation, Billy Gibbons got rid of his heavy strings and slowly but surely developed a custom set of 7 strings that he uses to this day. And that custom set of strings should be arriving outside my door pretty much any second now. I'll be right back. Okay, so enough chat, and let's get the lightest strings that money can buy onto this Les Paul. Now I know it's not the fluffy guitar that would be ideal for this video, but it will have to do. Also, fun fact, the drummer of ZZ Top is the only member of the band without a crazy long beard, and his name is Frank Beard. Anyway. So, like I said, these aren't standard 7-gauge strings. The G string is 11 thousandths of an inch as opposed to the 13s you'd find on a regular set of 7s. Hold on, just take a second to think about that. An 11-gauge string as the G string. I mean, that's crazy. I know a lot of guitarists that play 11-gauge strings for their top E string. This guitar is going to be so crazy to play. Jeez, check out this string. How is this not going to snap when it's on the guitar? Okay, so this should be in tune, so let's see what it's like. I guess a good place to start is probably with some bends, considering they're 7s. So yeah, here goes. What? These strings are so easy to overbend, it feels like you're playing a toy. Okay, so this feels incredibly strange. I thought I'd struggle more with the 13-gauge strings, and they were weird, but 7-gauge strings are a whole nother level. I'm quite a heavy-handed guitar player, and these strings definitely don't suit my natural playing style. But on the bright side, 2-step bends are a walk in the park. I'd go for a 3-step bend, but I don't want to break the strings before I finish this video, so maybe we'll try that at the end. But anyway, for now I'm gonna have a quick jam, and then let's talk about tone. This is crazy. The strings can just bend so far. Some of the bigger bends are actually giving me kind of slide guitar vibes. In terms of tone, I don't know, man. I think it sounds pretty damn good. If I had to say though, I do think it probably sounds ever so slightly thinner than a standard set of 10s. Less of the mid and low range frequencies, which would obviously make sense because they're much thinner strings. But yeah, I don't know, I mean, the experience of playing the guitar is just so different from a standard set of strings that it's quite hard to objectively gauge any tonal differences. Gauge any tonal differences. It's a little unintentional pun for you. But anyway, first impressions are that they definitely do sound slightly thinner. But luckily I actually filmed a before and after video, so you guys can decide for yourselves. Maybe there is actually a slight bit of difference there. Okay, so it's worth mentioning that those 10 gauge strings were quite old, so they're probably harmonically died down ever so slightly. I do think they sound extremely similar though. I think the 7s are ever so slightly brighter, but like I said, that could just be down to the fact that they're brand new strings. When I was playing the guitar, it really did feel like there was quite a significant change in tone, but listening back to it, they do sound incredibly similar. Which is actually amazing when you think about the difference in diameter of the strings. So yeah, do lighter strings affect tone? Well, yes and no. They do sound extremely similar, but I do think there's a lot more to tone than just a direct comparison like that. String gauge affects the way you play, and in turn, that affects your tone. I mean, vibrato, bends, the attack of your pick, how heavily you're fretting notes in your left hand. All of these things affect tone, and I think players like Stevie Ray Vaughan needed those heavy strings to match the ferocity of their playing. And to be honest, I'm kind of struggling to get that energy and drive when I'm playing with these strings. I don't know about you, but having thought about it a little bit, whilst Billy Gibbons' tone is certainly thick, it's also very laid back. It doesn't really feel like he's fighting the guitar in maybe the way that Stevie Ray Vaughan did. Maybe that's just down to the way they play, but I don't know, I do think strings definitely play a factor in that. So what are my closing thoughts? Well, I think they sound great. And by great, I mean pretty much indistinguishable from standard gauge strings. So will I keep them on my guitar? No, I don't think so. They just really don't suit my personal style of playing, but that doesn't mean that they won't suit yours, so if you're interested, I would definitely consider checking it out for yourself. Anyway, as always guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe, and any feedback, opinions, questions, I want to hear all of those down in the comments below. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff, but most importantly, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.